Work smarter, not harder. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we begin, we would like to request you all to please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. To notify yourself for such future videos, press the bell icon so you don't miss out. Today's video is centered around a much more generic topic. It is the choice of how to proceed with different tasks in our life. You can either work hard or work smart to get the same results for different tasks in your life. So, which of these should you go for and why? If you can get the same task done with less effort and time, then that's what you should be doing. Take your job, for example. Do you feel like you work endlessly and to your full 100% only to get minimal money and no recognition? If this is the case, then it's not the amount of work you do. Rather, it's the way you do it that matters. We all know the famous phrase, quality is better than quantity. But do we ever implement it as well? We're not saying that hard work is useless. A mixture of both hard and smart work is the key to success. If you learn to maintain that equilibrium in your life, nothing will stop you. How do you guess Elon Musk got where he is today? It was both his hard work and his smartness that helped him create PayPal. From the huge sums of money he made on that, he could have easily lived the rest of his life in peace. But that is where he worked smartly and went on to become as we know of him today. We would like to take this moment to remind you all to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's say that you're part of a software production company and you created software for your client. Instead of focusing on the quality of your task, you wanted to get it done as soon as possible. You worked day and night and finally finished it. But the question arises, what use is it to the client if it lacked quality, even though you worked conscientiously for it? It should be useful as well. The same principle applies to students also. It does not matter if you study really hard. What should be your utmost priority is that you understand and implement your education well. We want to remove a misconception here. The amount of work you put into a task does not determine a fruitful outcome. So you should not be ashamed of working smart. Forget how society thinks about you. Build a strong foundation and work upon it. Develop strategies, think big, and do big. Another thing that is important to point out is the fact that the time you save by smart work can be put to good use. You need time to relax, spend time with your family, and recharge. Thus, your productivity period enhances as you have more time on other tasks. What could you do to incorporate smart work into your routines? Firstly, and most importantly, you need to stop procrastinating. If you tend to delay your tasks to a later date, you'll just waste the time you're gonna need for other jobs. You won't be left with any choice for smart work. In other words, you're up for a long weekday. To save up more time, there is the one really important distraction you need to remove during your work period. You guessed it right, it's your mobile phone. Keep your phone on silent mode and out of the way from you so you won't waste precious time on social media and in pointless conversations. Hard work is still very important. Don't expect the money to keep flowing in while you're there sitting on the couch. As the famous saying by Dr. T.P. Chia goes, hard work does not necessarily guarantee success, but no success is possible without hard work. Smart workers don't multitask, and neither should you. They get a task done and subsequently move on to the next. You can't have a bunch of ideas zooming through your mind at all times. To explain it more clearly, let's take an example of the gym. You have a friend who spends endless hours training. To get in shape, he uses all machines and hits all muscles, does cardio and all types of training. For fat loss, he eats barely anything, but does not see results. Why is that? You guessed right. He needs to study body composition in more detail. He needs to understand how the human body, and specifically his body, works. He needs to learn to divide exercises into sets and reps, working on each body part on a different day. Regarding diet, for example, he should monitor calorie intake and consume more protein to boost muscle growth. Instead of spending 3 to 4 hours sweating, you can get the same results by training just an hour a day. Take smart shortcuts, but bear in mind not to sacrifice quality. If you can get a task done quickly, why not? Let's take an example of a poster. You are designing a poster for your client and you begin from scratch by creating many different designs. However, you could have done the same by selecting pre-stored templates. This would save a large amount of time and effort. You might even be able to create 2 posters in the time you spend making one. Here, however, we mention quality. You don't want to leave a mess for others to pick up after you. In other words, you don't want to ruin your reputation and the value of your products. Thus, you should keep in mind that your shortcuts should only affect the amount of work you need to put into a task and not the quality of the outcome. Time is more precious than money. Use it wisely. You can recover the money you lost, but you can't reverse the time that has passed. Be systematic and organized. Most successful people create their routines and goals for the day or the week before work. This technique helps them stay on track and prevent unnecessary deviations that will only lead to hopelessness. Allocate the time that you should optimally spend on one task. If you don't meet the time limit, see what's wrong and adopt a different strategy. That should be your next milestone. Take time to think about a solution to a problem. Weigh the pros and cons of your actions before implementing them. It's much like think before you speak. Don't take immediate decisions without considering the outcome. You are putting everything at stake. Think it through. This is where confidence comes in. No matter how experienced you think you might be, you are never perfect. There is always room for improvement. In fact, life itself is learning. We have seen various movies where scientists achieve the same wonders as a powerful man who uses force and hard work. Never consider yourself weak. Your smartness will outwit all obstacles in your way. Let us take an example from our real lives. We want to move a 50-pound box from point A to point B. How would you proceed with this task? Well, the first, more direct approach that might come to your mind is to simply push the box or to lift it and move it to a desired location. Think again. You can do the task more easily, much more easily. Basic principles of physics are there for a reason. You can load the box in a cart and easily pull it wherever you want. Problem solved. We hope you liked today's video. Let us know in the comments if we missed something out. Till then, take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow.